Tonight for dinner I am making kielbasa. So I'm going to start by chopping up my onion how I want it, and then I'll be back with you. So that's about as much onion as I want for it, because there's going to be some onions also in the frozen bell peppers I'm going to use. So we're going to add the onions to the pan, and now we're going to start cutting up the kielbasa how I want it. While we're doing this, we're going to start heating up the vegetables. So let me I'm going to go get the frozen vegetables. So I use a 3-pepper blend that has bell peppers and onions in it. Red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, green bell pepper, and onions. Okay, we're going to just pour it in the pot. That'll cook down quite a bit because a lot of it is probably ice. To my pan, I'm going to add a healthy amount of minced garlic. So now that we've got the vegetables on the stove top starting to heat up, we're going to start chopping up the kielbasa. I like it fairly thin and in small pieces. So what we are going to do here, we'll just chop it right there, chop it down the middle here, and then I cut it in little small slices, like that. Okay, so you end up with little halves. Hopefully you can see that. You end up with little halves. We're just going to do that to all of it. So stand by. Our kielbasa chopped up how I want it. We're working on our vegetables and garlic. It's looking like it's coming out pretty good. There's a little piece of onion skin we don't want in there. It's looking pretty good. Once we get the vegetables about how we want them, then we will add in some tater tots. You can use potatoes, you can use tater tots, you can use French fries, just some sort of a potato-y consistency, whatever you use. These look good. I'm going to get these out of the pan and put my kielbasa and my tater tots in. Hold please. We've got the heat down to medium. I'm going to pour in my kielbasa. I might even I think it's turned a little lower. Let's turn it down just a little bit more even yet, because it's still pretty hot from the vegetables. But we're going to get this going for a second here, and then we're going to get the tater tots in. I have got my kielbasa in here, and I've added the tater tots. As you can see, they are all frozen. So what we're going to do now is add a little bit of butter to it. Now you don't have to use butter. You could use olive oil, avocado oil, whatever kind of oil you want to use. I just put in butter for a little bit of flavoring. But what we're going to do now, got the butter in here and it's trying to melt. We're going to finish melting the butter, give it a good stir, and then we're going to put the lid on it for about 7 minutes to defrost the tater tots, because they're still fully frozen. It's covered up. It is on between low and medium, and I'm going to leave it covered up for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to open it up and see how the tater tots are doing. So some of the tater tots are defrosted, starting to defrost. So you chop them up. You can leave them full if you want. I chop them up, but you could leave them how they are if you like them that way. I like to chop them up, and then we'll stir it in really good and keep cooking until they're all totally defrosted. Right now there's still some in here that are a little bit frozen. It's been almost 5 minutes. Stir it up really good, and we're going to put the lid back on it for probably another 4 or 5 minutes. It's just about defrosted. But as you can see, there's still some hard chunks in here. So we're going to cover it back up for about another 5 minutes. Those little crunchy ones over there, that's how my family likes them. They like them kind of scorched. So now we're about ready to put in the vegetables. Okay, so since the vegetables have been out of the pot for about 8 minutes, we're going to go ahead and stir the vegetables back in because they probably cooled off a bit. We're going to put the lid back on it for a couple more minutes to give them like a super heat. Okay, let's cover it back up. Okay friends, it's all done. And give it a good stir, and we're gonna scoop it out. Now all that's in here is bell peppers, onions, kielbasa. I used the beef kielbasa. You could use any kind you wanted, but I used the beef. So beef kielbasa, onions, bell peppers, and a healthy dose of garlic. Oh, and I put in 2 tablespoons of butter. And that's it. Thanks for watching.